I'd also like to thank you all for being here at our first annual Ignite Potential Luncheon. But before I introduce our speaker, I wanted to tell you how I came to the DMSF Scholarship Fund. Years ago, when my children were much younger and my days were filled with their activities and full-time teaching job, I knew it was important to give back, and yet I was always too busy to really commit. I heard about the Dan Murphy program, but it wasn't until about 5 years ago that I truly took the time to learn more about this amazing organization. I started out as a volunteer, something that many of you might want to try, reading scholarship applications in October. We get close to 1,000 applications from Chicagoland 8th graders every year. We have to whittle that number down to just over 100. I was struck by the passion, emotion, and hope that I felt in these young scholars' essays. Each one hoping for a life-altering opportunity, a better education. That led to my volunteering to interview 8th grade scholarship candidates, again, something you all might want to try. After meeting these young students and connecting their words to their faces, I was really hooked. I so wanted to help and contribute in any way that I could. And since then, I've become very involved in many facets of the organization. As a volunteer, as a mentor, an events committee member, a board member, and a donor. My point is that it's easy to become passionate about the Dan Murphy Scholarship Fund simply because of its amazing scholars, some of whom are here today. And there's also something deeply satisfying in paying it forward in my own small way, especially when I see the success these scholars have achieved once they graduate high school. Because the statistics are really grim. About 17% of Chicago public school high school graduates go to college. Our scholars, close to 100% go. This is also a really exciting time to get involved with Daniel Murphy. Recently, our board decided to launch the Forward to 500 initiative with an ambitious goal to do even more of what we do best by growing the scholar base from our current 373 scholars in high school to 500 scholars by the year 2020. And the intent of this campaign is not just to increase the number of scholarships that we give out, but to increase and expand the programming and support that we provide for students throughout their high school years to help ensure their success. We can't do this, though, without the steadfast support of our donors and friends, that is, or could be, or hopefully will be, you. So I invite you to join me in supporting the mission of the Daniel Murphy Scholarship Fund. You truly will be changing the future of a young scholar's life, and you'll be changing your own life, too. Which leads me to introduce today's speaker, Daniel Murphy Scholar alumna, Olivia Davis-Carberry. Olivia is an example of all that Daniel Murphy represents. Scholarship, excellence, tenacity and perseverance, grace, grit, and success. She attended Francis Parker High School and then graduated cum laude from Barnard College, Columbia University in 2002. In 2004, she got a postgraduate diploma in law from City University in London. In 2009, she graduated from Northwestern School of Law, where she received the very prestigious John H. Whitmore Scholarship. Currently, today, Olivia is the Corporate Compliance Counsel at Equity Trust Life Insurance Company. And did I mention that she's also a wife and mother of two very small boys? So please give a very warm welcome to Daniel Murphy Scholarship alumna Olivia Carberry.
This is how I spend my day normally at work, so let's talk about for me. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy and blessed to be here. Thank you for attending. I grew up in the Austin area, and back then it wasn't too much different than what it's like now. It's full of high crime and poverty. Not my family nor any of our friends would send their kids to the local public school. It didn't have a great academic reputation, and it wasn't safe. I started my school journey at a Christian school that was in commute from where we live in the south suburbs. That wasn't until I transferred to Chicago Public Schools Regional Gifted Center. I was introduced to Daniel Murphy Scholarship Fund in the 7th grade. My home teacher passed out the Daniel Murphy Scholarship application, and I was photocopied so many times that it looked kind of bootleg. The Daniel Murphy Scholarship was mentioned again at an enrichment program that I intended for academically talented middle school students. I took this as a sign to apply for the scholarship. I realized that my family's lack of resources would mean that the possibility of going to a great school like Lake Forest Academy might not be a possibility without a scholarship. My mother was a divorced single parent, made very little money, and did not receive financial support from my father. I knew that the Daniel Murphy Scholarship was a ticket to giving me the option to attend the high school of my choice. My mother and I went to that interview that day together, and we were quite surprised when they split us up into different interviews. I was really nervous and terrified. My mother and I both had to answer some very difficult questions about our goals, our background, and our financial situation. When I was asked what I did in my free time, I totally thought that I blew my chances of getting a scholarship because my answer was, I read, instead of some, athletic pursuit or artistic hobby. On top of this, I thought I had one of the meanest interviewers ever. Daniel Murphy board member, Stephen Elkins. It turns out that under his rough exterior, he actually has a huge heart. He became a phenomenal mentor to me, and we're still in touch over 20 years later. He even attended my wedding. Luckily, I was awarded the Daniel Murphy Scholarship and accepted into Lake Forest Academy. Going to boarding school meant escaping the Austin area and an apartment that my immediate family shared with extended family. But once I was at Lake Forest Academy, I realized that my school choice had been mostly based on my ability to escape my background or like my neighborhood, rather than whether the school was a great fit for me. My mom, my sister, and I moved to our own apartment during my freshman year of high school, and now I wanted to explore high school options that were closer to home. Daniel Murphy and Steve Elkins were very supportive, and I was allowed to transfer to Prince W. Parker instead. Parker was a much better fit for me. I made friends who had a variety of backgrounds and interests. I had a core group of friends, many of whom I'm still close to today. I also received and gave support to the Daniel Murphy Scholars that also attended Parker. However, my time at Parker was not without its challenges. The main challenge to being on scholarship was that I felt that I had to be very driven and near perfect academically. To me, making a mistake meant that I might not be able to go to a good college and with a good financial aid package. Plus, I didn't want to waste other people's money like DMSF donors and sorry, no, it's just about me. By getting bad grades or getting into trouble for bad behavior. Another challenge is that living far away from Parker, I commuted up to 2 hours each way every day. And the fact that I had an after-school job made it very difficult to become involved in after-school activities and sports. But by my junior year in high school, I realized that attending Parker and being a Daniel Murphy Scholar provided enormous benefits to my college application process. I received invaluable support from Daniel Murphy and from the college counselor at Francis Parker. I became interested in East Coast schools. Because of this, through the help of Daniel Murphy and Parker, I went on an all-expense paid tour, college tour during my senior year to several schools on the East Coast. On this trip, I fell in love with my alma mater, Barnard College, and its campus. I saw myself fitting in at this school and was really excited about going to New York City, despite my mother's reservations. After college, I worked as a paralegal and did a year-long British law course in London. After that, I attended Northwestern University School of Law on the John Henry Wigmore Scholarship, the school's highest financial award. By attending law school, I knew I could achieve my goals. Now I'm an in-house counsel at Equitrust Life Insurance Company, and I have an intellectually stimulating job. I interact with a variety of people, and I have the tools to support myself and my family. mission of Daniel Murphy, even back when I was in high school. I volunteered at the Daniel Murphy offices downtown every summer during high school. And since my graduation from college, I volunteer as an interviewer, I serve as a mentor, and I am honored to be a new member of the Daniel Murphy Scholarship Fund Board of Directors. Alumni board members like myself are able to offer a unique perspective to discussions and decision making. We've been on both sides of the table as recipients of the resources that Daniel Murphy provides and now as current financial contributors. We serve as living and breathing examples of success of Daniel Murphy's program. It's because of the support of people like you that I'm able to give back to Daniel Murphy, an organization that has provided a life-changing opportunity to myself and so many others. Now, I can provide opportunities for my two little boys that I could only dream of as a child. My children have educated professional parents with the social capital and financial resources to ensure that they reach their full potential. They live in a nice home in a safe neighborhood. My boys don't have to worry about being recruited by gangs, dodging stray bullets, or whether the electricity or gas will be turned off. My story is one of the many success stories of thousands of Daniel Murphy alumni. There will continue to be many more success stories if those of you in this room today will help support tomorrow's future leaders. In conclusion, I would like to ask all of the Daniel Murphy alums in the room to stand so that your accomplishments can be recognized and everyone can see where donations